Okay, I need to follow up on an inspection in Overland Park. I need to follow up on a deal in Blue Springs. I need to get a proof of funds letter over to an agent. I need to follow up with my hard money on a draw for 23rd Street. I need to follow up with my new lender on a draw for Prospect. I need to follow up with my commercial lender for the KCK 32 unit. I need to open up a bank account with my business partner for the 5 unit office sale. I need to create a welcome letter for my 5 unit office sale and collect the rents. I need to call the Westwood deal and discuss closing with them, which I just did.
Friday or Monday.
It'd be great if we could do it on Friday.
What they'll do is they'll just email you the closed docs, and you go print them off at a UPS, and you just go to there and find a notary, and you notarize it and overnight it back, and then it'll fund on Monday. I can still push for it and see if we can make it happen, but I would just honestly prepare just to be able to notarize it in Denver. And if you have any questions, we can, go over it when you see the settlement statement. The settlement statements should be prepared by Friday. We wired your bank account the following day. That was a deal that we're doing in a really nice area it's off of State Line in Kansas, Missouri. I did not push the signed documents to title for a couple days, so it's pushing it back a little bit. I didn't know the seller was gonna leave town, but that's why I need a transaction coordinator full time. We're doing 14 deals in October, and it's a blessing, super thankful. Worked really hard, my team worked really hard on that. But yeah, I'm the only signer on the LLC, so I need to be the one physically, or not physically, but digitally signing all the documents. And we're working on having a transaction coordinator. As soon as something is signed, it gets automatically sent over to her, and then she gets a checklist from the buyer and the seller, so it's all smooth. You trust me. There's so many investors hounding him for that deal because it's in a beautiful area in Kansas City. So it's all about building rapport. He's like, hey, listen, he told everyone else, hey, it's sold. I'm gonna go with this other guy, which is me. He's like, I don't care if you offer me more. I trust Brandon to get it done. And ultimately, that's what you want to really instill in your sellers. Like, hey, listen, someone might offer you go and offer you more, but their promise to close is only as good as their word. Do you trust them that they're going to get the deal done? So you may not give them the exact amount that they want, but ultimately, you want to be able to deliver. That's what they need at the end of the day. They need someone that is going to get to the closing table. They don't need someone that's going to pay a little bit more and then go and daisy chain or go and try to figure it out to get it done. You need to be forthright. If you don't think you can get it done, you just need to tell the seller. And so on this deal, I've already got the buyer lined up. It's all good to go. And so yeah, that's just a little update on me talking with the seller there. Creative closings are crazy, which I don't think a lot of people do this in the wholesale space, because it kind of just depends. So when you're doing JV deals where you are closing with a seller that is either comfortable with their title company, sometimes you have to do a double close, but it's a split double close. So you go close with the seller at their title company, then you go double close with your title company, A to B, seller to buyer, which is me. And then once I've bought it that day, I'm then turning around and selling it same day to my end buyers. The majority of people close both transactions at one title company because it's very simple. Now I am closing double closes with different title companies, which allows me to control the flow of money much more and to control the deal more, so that I can make sure that everyone's taken care of with my title company on both sides. And just making sure that you have someone experienced, like my title company's been around they've been doing this for 30 years. And so making sure that your title company understands the creative ways you're trying to get deals done so that you can do more deals. Okay, so that was the investor that is going to buy my deal off in Westwood, and I was just chatting with him. He's like, hey man, listen, if I can make 25, 30 on a flip, I'll buy it. So there's a deal that we have a little bit, we don't have a lot of margin on. However, I do think he'll make 25 to 30 because it doesn't need a lot of work, and it's in a really good neighborhood out in Prairie Village in Kansas. So I said, hey man, every investor does their own due diligence. However, we've already pulled all the comps on our end. I'll send you what I got. And a lot of times investors are really busy. If you're really doing a lot of volume as a flipper, you probably got 3 or 4 flips going on at once. So he's like, oh yeah, man, I'll go crunch the numbers later. He didn't have time. So I'm trying to put that deal back in front of him to get it moved. That's what I'm gonna do. First try.
I think the building would be perfect. It's a good size building, having all the units in it. I I think it would really be good. There is just that risk. I know there's so much uncertainty in construction land right now in general, so
I don't want to be over optimistic on it because of everything that we've already gone through together on the last project. But but truthfully though, we're not waiting on the city for anything. We've already, it's the city gets really involved when you're changing a lot of the, all the utilities, right? So we're just doing a lot of this. Just the I can have a very in-depth conversation with them on timelines and see if they can get something to me over in an email. Let me get on an email chain with my contractors and talk with them about the updates on completion of those 6 to 7 units, and then get back to you on that. There's a previous YouTube video, guys, that we shot when that was Jesus' first month. Yeah,
maybe my 3rd week here.
Yeah. And so I bought this apartment building in the middle of COVID that was 100% occupied with tenants that are paying $400 a month in rent for 1 bedrooms. No owner previously had updated any of the units in the last, I think, honestly, 60 years, besides windows.
It was rough.
Yeah, it was extremely rough. Had to go in there and treat bed bugs, had to go in there and we're renovating everything. So I work with a lot of local organizations here in Kansas City that actually have on-site case managers. They actually have an office in the building to handle any tenant stuff. And they have a huge mission to end homelessness in, throughout the greater KC area. They're looking to rent out the entire building. So my conversation with them was game planning on, okay, when's the production going to be done on the first 6 to 7 units, and then the remaining units as well. I can have consistent income and cash flow, and they pay 100% of the rent for the tenants, which is amazing. So guaranteed rent, and on-site case manager, which is basically an on-site property manager. There's a lot of ups and downs in the middle of that. So I'm just sharing okay, here's kind of where we're at now, and it's still not done yet because they're not in the units and the units aren't done. The silver lining and the vision and the light at the end of the tunnel is definitely there. So yeah, that was the phone call I just had. Well, the good part is they buy deals in volume. That's the good part. The good part is they're buying deals for higher margins and we're able to do higher volume with them. However, the string attached to that is that they're just way more detail oriented, and there's 5 departments you have to please. Allows us to make sure we're on our game about meeting $1 billion company's requirements. So then okay, well, not me, not $1 billion company. I don't have all these little small tiny little requirements that they ask for. When you're working with higher level individuals, this could be for anybody. There's going to have a lot more nuance and more details they want. If you have relationships with people that are maybe just they have a net worth of 5 or 10 million, you can build a relationship and they're probably easier to work with. When you start working with $1 billion companies, totally different ballgame. I'm done today. That's the answer. That was what I was just saying, is I'm done today. Just working on processes and systems. We're bringing on some new talent next week, so getting figured out, okay, training and onboarding and everything, as well as okay, now I have a couple 15 house package that were sent to me. Now I'm just diving in with my team, then coordinating showings and sending them over to investors. All great stuff. It's just I'm feeling the excitement when I even got in here this morning in the office today. I was man, dude, it's time to crush the day. And then as the day comes on, you have more and more tasks, more and more things. But that's just on me. I need to be better at delegating. I need to learn to build and grow my team to where I don't feel the pressure of making sure things are getting done or need to get done, that I need to step in. And so that's just a part of growth, part of scaling. Obviously, ideally be going to 7 to 8 figures as soon as possible. So just working on a lot of deals today, working on project, apartment buildings, wholesale deals, double closes, split closes between two different title companies. And then I want to check on this offer that I made on a building to purchase a subject to. Still waiting to hear back that. But the plan for tomorrow is to show up again and do it all over again. That's the plan for tomorrow. It just is constantly moving the needle forward, like you just said, on different projects, different LLCs, different bank accounts. I was on the phone with my accountant today for an hour prepping for 2021. Oh, hey, maybe I need to purchase some stuff to get some write-offs. There's some new tax things happening over at the White House. And so actually I found out you can have a bonus depreciation write-off if you purchase a SUV that weighs over 6,000 pounds, which technically means I could write off a Tesla Model X. I've been looking into it, so I'm but those things like don't always last forever. And I've been wanting to get a Tesla, but I also kind of want a Model 3, but I don't know, we'll see. These are all the things that are happening in my head right now. But I am done for the day. It's time for me to clock out, but I never really clock out because that's like right now how my life is, which is okay. It's one day at a time that your dreams are accomplished. It's one day at a time that you become an overnight success. This is the everyday investing lifestyle. This is every day moving your life forward so that you can get back more time and freedom to help more people and live a life of meaning. That's what it's about. So, well, like, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Peace out. Like and subscribe. Follow me on all social media channels that exist. You'll find me somewhere possibly. So, peace out, guys.